Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do a collective oracle for today, Wednesday, November 13th, 2024. You may follow me on the book, the Insta, the Talk, or the Tube, or not. Whatever you want. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, fabulous. We're excited for you. If some of it does not, please just leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. First and foremost, why bring more trauma upon yourself, right? Why, oh, why, Delilah? So I'm watching Seinfeld. I still have it on in the other room. And Jerry says to Elaine, he goes, "Remember Karen?" And Elaine goes, "Karen? Karen?" And he goes, "Remember the risotto?" And she goes, "Oh, the risotto broad." And I don't know why that made me laugh. The risotto broad. It's fun. I always thought, like, when I first, sorry, we got 4 cards on the table. And we're using the Fearless Familiars deck, J. Edward Neal. You can get this on shadowartfinds.com, or I think it's him and his wife have an Etsy shop as well. I've ordered from both. I've ordered from the website, I've ordered from Etsy. Never had any issues with them. Great people, great cards. You know I love them. I use them all the time. That's one of the kitties. Um when you watch when I first started watching Seinfeld, I thought Elaine was supposed to be like this prim and proper, whatever. But as the seasons went on, it's like she's totally not prim and proper. And when she said risotto broad, like I just don't picture the word broad coming out of her face, out of her mouth. I don't know. It makes me laugh every time. We got 5 cards on the table. Let me get these in order. I've watched Seinfeld a million times, and I tell you that there's times when I watch it and I still see something that I never saw before. Pretty much the same with all shows for me, though. And I think that's because I used to get up a lot and move around, so like I would listen, but I wouldn't actually watch it. And I still do that. I like to do things while I'm listening. I don't necessarily need to see it. We got 6 on the table. I'm going to do this read, and then I'm going to go get me some gas. And I got to fill up my tire with air. And I think I'm going to get a beer for dinner. My friend gave me some soup yesterday, some broccoli and cheddar soup. And I bought some cheesy breadsticks at the grocery store. And I'm going to have a beer, I think. I'm going to have just like a nice, cute little Irish, girly type dinner. I don't know. Probably add in a protein shake. Probably not going to put that in the beer, but you know. Okay, we got 10 cards on the table. So let's do one more shuffle. Okay, we got 11 with the bottom of the deck. I'm going to set this over here on the sill. We got Bliss, the Bastion. We got Innocence. We've got the Ward. We've got the Adept. Silence. The King. The Sacrifice. The Conqueror. The Vanguard. And Fury. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. So I'm getting like 3 figures. The ward, the king. I think the king. No. Okay, so the ward, the king, and then there's this conqueror slash vanguard. I think they're the same person. I was gonna say the king and the conqueror are the same person. They're not the same person. Whoever this conqueror is, they're actually a guard or some type of protector. Again, take how it resonates for you. I'm not going to use feminine or masculine, but like I said, I see 3 figures in this reading. And these first 5 cards are about this ward. Um, and it's funny because to me, like a war, like I don't know if you, I know about wards because I used to read romance and I used to read period romance, like romance from like written like in the 1800s, the 1300s, the 1500s. And a ward is someone that, I mean, obviously there's a ward of the state, which would be kind of like the same thing. But like back in the day, like let's say you have a boy and his parents pass away and he becomes a ward of his uncle, right? So his uncle takes him in and raises him. That's a ward. Whoever this ward is, this is someone. So this isn't necessarily someone without family. They probably have family, but they're set apart in some type of way. And this is someone that is, and I just heard always has been protected. I'm going to say by the divine. I'm going to say by God, angels, their own ancestors, dearly departed loved ones. This ward with the bliss card is a very happy, upbeat, outgoing type of person. The bastion, that's just another like phrase for like guard. And I feel like even though this person is typically a happy individual, this person always feels like they have to be on guard. um this person with the innocence card gives off a very innocent vibe, a very naive type of vibe, but I don't think that that's really who this person is. They probably use that as a cover. And it's not to say that they're not innocent, they're not naive, they're not, like pure of heart, pure of intention. That's not to say that they're not. Um, but I think this person knows that they have to be on guard. I just heard towards enemies. They have to protect their innocence. They have to protect what is left of their innocence. So this person protects themselves. They're on guard. They guard themselves. With the adept card, this is someone that things come to them because they give. This is someone that probably works really well with manifesting because they don't just ask for things, they give things back. When you give to the world, when you give to humanity in some type of way, it's probably going to be a little bit easier for you to manifest. The world recognizes people that are of equal give and take. If you're just a taker, the universe is only going to let you take for so long before they say, "Hey, we're done. Like, do you got something you want to give back? Otherwise, I'm going to take back all that we gave you because, we need to equal this out at some point." AKA karma. what is it they say? The cat distribution wheel, the cat distribution whatever. Yeah, this is the Karma Distribution Center. If you're not going to give back to humanity, then we're going to take all that we gave you. How do you like that? I'm literally picturing like a warehouse because I work in a warehouse, but I'm picturing like a warehouse with the line and there's like little boxes and people are putting notes in there and then the boxes are closing and sealing and they're putting address labels on there and they're being sent off and people are receiving these little boxes and they open them thinking like, oh, I'm gonna get a prezi, and instead it's a note saying, hey, we're taking your house back, hey, we're taking your car back, hey, remember that $50,000 that you won in that raffle, we're taking that back because you gave nothing back to society. Zero. Zero. You contributed nothing to humanity, so we're going to take all that back. You might want to start figuring out how to survive. I just picture like people opening these little boxes and they're excited, like they're gonna get something, and then they're like Danny's face in The Shining. Red rum, red rum. Oh, it's not funny to laugh at people's pain. It is not funny because we've all been there, but you get back what you put out there. You get back what you put out there. If you're not giving anything back, you ain't getting shit. God is going to be like, fuck you. You didn't give me anything. Like, who do you think you are? What do you think this is? A free ride? This life ain't a free ride. Wow, already this reading has messages. And it's only hump day. Hmm. Boop. I don't know where I got all these like little crumbs on my desk from. I like rarely ever eat on here, and I don't eat on camera either. I can't remember the last time I ate on camera. I don't even know that I have. I got little crumbs everywhere. It's got to be the cats. This king is silent. We've got the silence card, the king. Sorry, my big fingers are in the way there. The sacrifice. This king, whoever they are, they're silent. It could be a queen. I mean, take how it resonates. I'm just reading it as it is. This is someone in deep contemplation. This is someone. This is someone that tried to sacrifice the ward in some way, that other person. This innocent person, this happy person, this protected person. They tried to sacrifice them in some type of way. Um, if this, I mean, it could be a number of things. You have to take how it resonates for your situation. Uh, this could be a past lover situation, right? Where this king and this ward were together and they dumped them, overlooked them for another person. It could literally be some type of black magic, dark magic, moon magic, kitchen magic, candle, dark magic up the wazoo. It could be somebody actually trying to off another person for whatever reason, possibly dislike, or whatever the case may be. It also could be, if you want to go back to that scenario, that this king was supposed to oversee and or protect this ward in some type of way. And again, you could relate that more to like modern day terms. Again, like being in a relationship, protecting that relationship, protecting your other person. But you don't do that. You know, you cheat on them, you lie to them, that kind of thing. Um, like this person would have sacrificed a deep, meaningful connection for, on the side bullshit. There's so many ways that this person could have sacrificed this ward. Hopefully, I can say that on YouTube. I swear to God, there's so many rules, it's ridiculous. This conqueror, this guard, this protector. This conqueror, this protector. They're furious. Um, I picture this as someone like more of like an angel or a dearly departed loved one that oversees this ward. Could it be an actual person here on Earth? Yes. I know it's going to sound a little funny, but one of the reasons why I think it might be like a divine being of some type is when you look at these cats in these pictures, they're both very fuzzy, especially this conqueror. It's like the cat looks like it's smeared, like it's almost like a fading in and out kind of look. And then this one just looks like almost like a smoke and mirrors kind of thing. Like it kind of looks like there's like little chunks and bits and pieces of this cat actually missing, like they're not there. It's like a mirage kind of thing. So I'm picturing in my head like a divine being, an angel, again, an ancestor, a dearly departed loved one. You can liken this to a human. That could leave it open for any type of interpretation depending on your situation. So a friend, a family member. Um, and again, it doesn't. I'm picturing in my head a male, but I think that's just my my own mental stigma, right, on sexuality. Um, yeah, I just said that. I have issues with, I have things that were ingrained in my brain since childhood. Um, it could be a female. You need to take how it resonates, because I like to think that I'm overprotective of the ones I love, and the people that I love. This person is, yeah, they're fucking furious. Like when and we've had this card before, but I don't think I've ever felt like like I am looking at this cat in this card and it says Fury, and this cat looks like it's on, like, to me it looks like it's on fire, like it's so fucking pissed off, and I want to cry because I have like I'm feeling it, and I'm feeling it almost like, even though it's not directed at me, I feel like it's directed at me, and I want to cry because like I can feel the anger. I can feel it. Like the word fury, not many people use the word furious or fury. It's a very like in your face, I'm angry, like I'm furious, right? It's to the point. And you really have to be at a certain level of angry to be furious. But when I look at this card, like fury doesn't even begin to fucking describe it. And again, I want to cry because I almost feel scared, like how angry and furious this conqueror is, this protector, this vanguard. And to me, it would make sense, a divine being, because again, if this ward is someone that's highly protected, and someone is trying to get rid of them or screw them over in a very horrific type of way, I could see where an angel or an ancestor, a dearly departed loved one, would be absolutely fucking, they would go fucking bonkers. This king could have been doing some type of moon magic. And also with the triangle in the background, I'm getting like pentagram demonic type BS. So maybe somebody calling on a demon, like I don't know what would you call it, a Patreon, like if this person felt like they had a connection with a specific demon, like they would call upon that demon for guidance, for help, to sacrifice this other person, this ward. And this, whatever this is, I almost feel like this is some type of altar. Like when I look at it, I don't know, I never noticed this before. It looks like an altar to me in this reading, and it looks like someone, like this king was trying to do something and it like blew up in their face. And that's where the silence comes in. And I don't think so. Whereas the conqueror is absolutely furious about what is happening and what has happened, what has transpired, this king is not furious. This king, with this silence, like I said, this is like deep contemplation. When I first picked up this card and it was talking about the king, this is like some type of deep contemplation, because this king is realizing, like, I done fucked up. Like I done fucked it. Like yeah. Like like what did I fucking do? Cuz not only can whatever they did kick back onto them personally, they're going to have someone on their ass. Possibly more someone's. If this person is highly protected, this person might have more than one angel, one more than one dearly departed loved one protecting them. God himself? You know what I'm saying? This king is and maybe when I want to cry because I feel this fury, maybe it's this king realizing, like, oh shit, like I you know what I mean, like beyond fucked up, like beyond. Like maybe this king is crying. I mean, they might not literally be crying, but they might be crying on the inside. Like this is someone that didn't think twice about trying to hurt another person, and after the fact realizing, like, I might have made a mistake. I might have made a really big fucking mistake. And it's not funny. It's really not funny. This king, like I said, silence, deep contemplation, possibly crying on the inside. This person, yes, they're trying to figure out how to save their own ass because now they kind of have to, right? But this person, I don't know how to apologize. Like this person is how am I ever going to make this situation right? Like how am I ever And it's not even like I just heard turning in my favor. But the funny thing is when I heard that, I heard no. Because this person isn't even thinking about it like that. They're not even thinking, like, oh, how do I get this back into my favor? Like, how do I not get bad karma? How do I not get this spell coming back on me? They're not even thinking about that. This person is realizing like they have to take an action and they have to either apologize to this ward or offer some type of, and I know I hate saying gift because readers out there all the time they're like, oh, you're gonna receive a gift. Da, 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 da. The thing is this gift would almost be like this gift would be given to this ward, right? In compensation for what was done to them, but it's an appeasement to the gods. It's an appeasement to God, the angels, the ancestors, the dearly departed loved ones. And it's like, here, I'm going to give this to them because this is what I have to give. Like, I'm going to give this and I'm going to make the sincerest apology I possibly can. And I'm going to hope and pray that there's going to be some type of leniency, some type of mercy on me. Like, that is what is coming off of this king. This isn't no gift to, like, ha ha ha, like, I'm going to trick you and I'm going to swing back around and do again to you what I did. No, this is like a gift of appeasement, atonement. Atonement. Someone else was talking about that in a read, I think last week, a couple days ago, on the weekend maybe. Um, yeah, like this is someone realizing like what is it in the Catholic Church when you sin, you have to do like Hail Marys and all that. Like this is someone like that. Like it's like somebody I'm picturing like and don't laugh at me. I'm picturing like a little old man in like a cloak coming up to an altar and there's nobody there, but it's an altar and there's candles and there's pictures of what we believe God to look like, Jesus Christ, if you will. And this person like laying down like a gift, right? Like something minuscule, like a loaf of bread or something, and saying, this is what I have to give and I will give more eventually when I right myself, when I heal myself, and I devote myself to God, to humanity, to the world. I will continue to give, but this is what I have to give now, and I hope you accept it, and I hope you show leniency on me and mercy on me because I'm going to do better from here on out. Like I literally picture this in my mind, like someone humbly like laying something down and looking up like maybe it's the altar of an angel, maybe it's the altar of, maybe it's an altar of this king's ancestors. Because you got to understand when if this king, I'm sure, has ancestors, dearly departed loved ones, right, that watch over them. But and I've talked about this before, but when you are not right with God, when you are not right with humanity, when you are dabbling in things you know nothing about, when you turn to the dark side for absolutely very little fucking reason other than like, oh, I want to be famous, or oh, I want money, I want clout, I want hoes and bitches, like when you turn to that type of lifestyle, when you turn your back on the life God gave you in favor of what the devil is promising you, God gives, the devil promises. The devil rarely ever delivers. Because at the end of the day, the devil doesn't give a shit about you. This person's own ancestors, their own dearly departed loved ones, might have been like, look, like, I can't help you. We can't help you. Like, you are so far across the line, there is nothing else I can do for you. And it's not that they're on the side of the ward necessarily. They're on the side of God. You know, they're on a different plane. They're not here on earth. They're not in the world. They're not in humanity. They watch everything from a different plane, from a different perspective. And don't get me wrong, you're going to have ancestors and dearly departed loved ones that might not necessarily wish you well. But the ones that do wish you well, if you fall out of favor with those divine beings, especially when you are on this earth and those dearly departed loved ones are still here, and there is some type of cohesive relationship, like, and this is just an example, but let's say this king was really in tight with their grandparents, and then their grandparents pass away, and those grandparents are watching them live their life. When this king starts to go astray and live their life in such a way that these grandparents are like, well, what are they doing? Like, why are they doing that? Like, that's not going to benefit them in the future. Send them a sign and show them that this isn't what they're supposed to be doing. And they send this sign, and this king is like, fuck you. Like, I know what I'm doing down here. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Like, I don't need to listen to you. Like, you're full of shit. I'm here. You're not here. You're going to offend them. And it's not that they're going to turn against you, like, okay, now we hate you. It's a sadness and it's a reluctance for these grandparents on this other plane to let this king go and let them figure out the fall is hard. The climb to the top is exhilarating, but the fall is hard. I still want to cry a little bit. Like, I'm still feeling it. This king definitely yeah. Yeah. They're in it. They know that they're in it. And I don't want to say that this king is like unprotected, like zero protection from above. But I would say damn near. Like, there's a thread there of like an angel or an ancestor, dearly departed loved one saying, hey, are you ready now? Because otherwise I got to cut you loose. Because I already did what I could do for you, and now it's like at the point of no return. Like, are you going to figure out your shit and get it together? People, when they live in their egos, tend to believe that they're better than other people, and that there's a hierarchy out there, like, I mean, look at the way the world runs now. The 1%, was it the 1%, or is it 3%? It's 1%, right? Like, they believe like they're the best and they have the most money and they control everything. The funny thing is, it's 1%, guys. 1%. The elite. 1%. The rest of us make up 99%. What do you think would happen? And I hopefully YouTube doesn't take this down. What do you think would happen if that 99% showed up against the elite, that 1%? They would be fucked. Completely fucked. That's what people mean when they say revolution, when they say coup, when they say overthrow. Because we walk around every day thinking we have no power. Because I don't have millions of dollars. I work for a living. You work for a living. Even if you're a tarot reader like I am watching me and you do tarot for a living, you're still working for a living. You're not a billionaire. You still get up every morning and take your calls and do readings for people and take payments. That's a job. It's your business, but it's a job. There's more of us than there are of them. There always will be, because they need us to make them the money. But what if we flip that? What if we flip the script? Flick the switch on and off? What if we turn the light switch on and illuminated everything that is dark out there and brought everything into the light? It's funny because as everyday human beings, we walk around like we have no power. But 99% against 1%. Even if it's 97 against 3%, think about that. Think about how much power that is. This king may have at one time been very much in their ego, very, very selfish thought processing, very much like, oh, I can do whatever I want. Nobody's going to touch me. I got it in with the judges and the lawyers and the police. I got friends in high places. I'll be fine. For how long? Look at all the things that are going on in the news. Seriously. All the celebrities, everything that's coming to light, everything that's been coming to light about Hollywood for years. For years. This king is the 1%, and this ward is the 99. And this king is realizing that money or not, fame or not, there ain't shit. Because at the end of the day, it's very hard for 1% to come up against 99%. And when you think of the 99 percentile having the backing of God, of the angels, of dearly departed loved ones, even if only 40 to 50% of that 99% are healing humans, think about that compared to 1%. I don't think this conqueror, this furious entity, divine being, I don't think that they're asking for forgiveness. I don't think they're asking for a gift. I think the furiousness of their nature was shown to this king, whether it be in a vision, whether it be a sign that they could not fucking ignore. They saw something or heard something or felt something, and they realized, like, I have to do something. I have to stop. I have to think. I have to do something. And this conqueror might just be watching, looking at their watch, like, okay, I'm going to give you a couple days, weeks, months, years in human time. And that's what you have to get it together. And if you don't get it together, and if you don't do something, your time is up. And the sacrifice will be switched. You will get back what you gave out. It's like this conqueror's like, I'm pissed and I'm waiting. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. I should have said ticky tacky. I'm gonna leave it there. Maybe this will show up in another read. Maybe there will be a continuation. Maybe not. Maybe this is for someone to realize out there in the real world that they need to get their shit together. That you only have so much time. I did a post about that on my Facebook today and my blog. I might post it. I probably will post it here on YouTube. It's a pretty long little blurb about 2024 and the upcoming year and my own personal thoughts and feelings. But I might post about it. But yeah, I'm going to leave this as it is. I hope it resonated for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you found it entertaining. I hope everybody's enjoying their Wednesday. I'm going to get in my car now and go get my beer for dinner. Because I've been looking forward to this, let me tell you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.